Now from there, what if I want a blue folders or blue flowers folder? Then I have to put it here. What if I wanted to put something in MOWG-V4 files? I wouldn't do it here. I do it on the other tab. But that's where I would need MOWG-V4-files. And where does that belong? The same thing. Now it's just another folder. It belongs right here inside this public HTML folder. But there it is. Okay. So now here's the question. What if I have an add-on domain? And let me go back to my project. Blue flowers. And I'm going to take that and copy it and paste it here. Now, let's say I have an add-on domain. I don't want the pages to go here, not to this domain name here. I want it to go to my add-on domain, MOWG-Pro.com, which I also bought and made an add-on on my MOWG-Pro.com website. Okay, well, that add-on on your hosting account control panel must tell you what folder it was assigned to on your website, because this is your website. So it was assigned a folder like, and it'll suggest something like this. It'd be like MOWG-Pro. Now with HostGator, it might even actually have like a .com or a .net or something, and that's kind of ridiculous for folder names. But HostGator stinks. For any of you that do not know what our recommended hosting is, and we use it for a lot of reasons, and you should too. It's on our resources page right here underneath the training videos page, resources. And then this is the one. And we always say come through this link, and there's a few reasons why. One, this is my affiliate link. It does not cost you a dime more to buy through my affiliate link than if you bought through them. Okay? That's the first thing to keep in mind. And then the second thing to keep in mind if you go through that link, it seems, because we sell a lot this way, HostMonster seems to be taking really good care of us. Unlike HostGator, we don't get throttled, or we haven't typically. You really have to push something ridiculous. But they seem to recognize that people coming through this link are these Mojier types who upload thousands upon thousands of pages. So they tend to assign us good room to begin with, or at least that's how it seems, as we haven't had any issues. And so we suggest that. Also, if you get it through here, you're doing me a favor. And so if you have FTP issues, I can help you with your FTP issues very easily, because you got the same setup that we use. So this kind of structure applies to you for sure. Okay, everything we tell you about this is for sure. We can tell you, log into the HostMonster control panel, go to the subdomains, then make sure that's there. Go to the add-on domains, make sure that's there. Go to the file manager, delete all the files, and everything will line up just right. There won't be any weirdness to it. You won't say, why is MOWG-Pro.com going to a folder called MOWG-Pro? Shouldn't it be MOWG-Pro.com or .net or something? And the answer is no, it shouldn't. But that's just it. When you use our stuff, then our rules make sense. Okay, there should not be a .com in a FTP upload. That's just, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just being a stickler about it. But do you see how this works? If I want to get blue folders, blue flowers folder into MOWG-Pro.com, I'm using the same FTP user and the same FTP path, so it will still connect from the top down. So I got to build it from the top down. Top level domain / public _ HTML / and then the add-on domain. Now this equals that domain. Okay, and then what's the only thing that's left in both cases is the project folder. Okay, and then again, what if you wanted pages in MOWG-V3 or V4 or V3, whatever, dash files to go in here? What does that look like by FTP? Same thing, really. It's another folder with its own stuff in it. So it looks like this. Do not forget, this is not the same as without the add-on domain. If I do that, if I get rid of the add-on domain folder, then that would be the same as the top level MOWG-V4 files. That's the same. Okay, but if I want my add-on, then I cannot forget my add-on folder applies here. Okay, it applies. Now again, you wouldn't process pages this way. That's the wrong way to do MOWG-V4 files. The only reason I showed you that, okay, let me just go back to blue. Blue. Okay. Only reason I showed you that is if you need to upload to, and let's say you're going to, let me get this right, MOWG-Pro.com/public_HTML, because you want to get that MOWG-V4 files up in the right place. So it's got to be top level domain if the username in the past is the same as whatever you use for your top level domain. Top level / public_HTML / add-on folder. We're finally there. MOWG-Pro. And then inside there, we're going to want this MOWG-V4 file. So that's just going to go right in here. Okay, that way we have MOWG-Pro.com/MOWG-V4 files, which is what I was talking about before. Okay, and that's the idea with that. Now, and if I want to upload a single file into that MOWG-V4 files folder, then of course that has to be there as well, right? Boom, there. That way we can put the JPEG or whatever it was that we wanted, which is something like that, okay? And we want it to go into the MOWG-V4 files of the add-on domain of the main domain. And that's how that would work. The image now goes into that MOWG-V4 files that's on the add-on domain, which of course itself is on the main domain, which is always how add-on domains work. Okay? Add-on domains are always shortcuts to main domain folders. This is why add-on domains are no good for backlinks, because Google sees it all as just one big fat website. For Google, MOWG-Pro.com and MOWG-Pro.com are the same, no matter how different the names are. If one was, interiordecorators.com and the other was exteriorlandscapers.com, for Google, the exterior landscapers, if that's the add-on, is just part of your interior decorators website. Doesn't mean the concepts are the same. Google can still sort of group what the parts of your website are about, kind of. Subdomains are really helpful for telling Google flatly. But nonetheless, for Google, those are the same website. Okay, just stuff to keep in mind. It's really, really important to keep it in mind. All right, now that should make sense. Okay, and that's how you get all your stuff up so it all matches. Now, what else did I have? Because I got other things too. Choom. There's that, there's that, there's that, there's that. Create front page is optional. Remember, if you try to create a front page by just grabbing the index file here and uploading it to your front page, you know what you're going to see? Just this. Because MOWG-Pro will never change that page. That page will always read this way no matter what. It never ever changes until you change it by editing it. Okay, but it's a resource and it should be the same once it was created. And so it will keep looking like this. All right. Don't upload this to your website because you thought it was the main page of your website. It's not. Maybe I should have just named it something else like base.html so people didn't get confused by that. But this is not the main page of your website. The main page of your website is any page you generated as part of your run. Okay, like that is one of the pages I generated, and so that can be the main page of my website, index.html. And I'll just put it somewhere where I can remember where it is. I don't know where it is right now. I just grabbed it. Okay, that was the run I just did, say, for that website. And I'm just going to come out here for a minute and just paste it like here maybe, or wherever I want to paste it, just somewhere where I can find it where it won't overwrite something I already had. Like I don't want to go in here and paste it in there. I don't want to overwrite my index page for any reason. But I could just stick it somewhere else. I could stick it like here in the batch folder. Yeah, perfect. There. It won't overwrite anything in there. That way I just know it's there. That way now I can upload that to the front of my website, right? I can upload it right into the root and it becomes the new web page. How would it be? Well, here's an example. Let's do this again. Before all profiles, MOWG-Pro.pfl. And that's good because on MOWG-Pro.pfl I have no page at all. That's kind of what I did. MOWG-Pro.com. All right. And I said there's no website on here right now. I did not put a web page up yet. I need to make sure to get a front page and make sure to get that MOWG-sitemap link on the front page somehow. Well, if I use a page that I created, then it's going to have that MOWG-V4.html link on it anyway. So let me go to FTP, check to upload a single file, browse to grab it. Where'd I put it? In the batch files. Hello. I thought I did. I must have put it in the V4. Batch. There it is. All right, now I got it. So let's upload it. There it is. And it goes right here to my root of my MOWG-Pro website. Get it? So if I upload it, there it is. That is the root. It's not going into a project because it's the main page. Now it exists. It's there. Only thing, I'm missing an image. Right click, properties or view image source. Aha, it's supposed to have a file called sleep.jpg. Now I get it, except that it's obviously for the wrong website because all the links in here are going to seattlewebsitemarketing.com instead of here, right? Which is a no-no. It's not supposed to be done that way. I would have used the right page from the right run. I would have used one of the pages from the run I just did for that website. It's just I've got so many runs in here, I grabbed one randomly, right? Obviously, you would use a page from the run you just did. So it's one of the right pages, okay? And so whatever, then I can go get that image. I know I got that image somewhere, by the way. I can just snatch it real fast. MOWG demo V3, MOWG-V3 files, sleep. There. That's where the image is, and it's going to go where? Into the MOWG-Pro.com site in MOWG-V4- files. It's okay if this says MOWG-V3, that says MOWG-V4. I'm not uploading MOWG-V3 right now. I'm just uploading that image. One thing. And I'm putting it into MOWG-V4- files on the website because that's where the page thinks the image is. Remember? Website, MOWG-V4- files/sleep.jpg, except what's that tell you? I would have to upload the sleep.jpg into seattle-website-marketing.com/MOWG-V4- files, right? Because that's where this is looking for the image. That's what I meant by use the right page for the right run. You know, make sure you use a page that is from the run you just did instead of just me grabbing randomly from a run I did on a different website. All right, forget all that. Anyway, that's how that works. I'm going to put that file into that folder on that add-on domain of the main domain. That's how it works. Okay. Don't even want to save it. What else? Yeah. Make sure to include a visible link to the MOWG sitemap.html on the front page of your site. If you already have a main page, then you need to do it. If you use one of the ones from your run, then it is one of the ones from your run. So it will have a MOWG-sitemap.html link on it. When you put a main page on your website, if you didn't have one already, you're just doing it now like with the UAP project to drive traffic at your thing. Do you really care what the main page says? Nope, because people don't hardly ever go to it. Like next to no one will ever go to the main page of your website. Here's why. This will only come up in Google when it relates, when someone types something like this in, whatever it is. Or Anaheim Sleep Aid, or California Sleep Aid, or Sleep Aid California, and then this page could come up. But I could, by the way, I could change it, of course. Before I upload it, I could take the word Anaheim out. I could replace Anaheim, California with just California all the way down the page. That way it's Melissa Sleep Aid serving California. California Melissa Sleep Aid, etc., etc., etc. I could do that. And then past that, I don't even have to care. Each page is going to show up on its own merit for its own keywords that whatever somebody typed in. It's almost never going to be the main page of the site that shows up. It's going to be the related page that shows up. Okay, and we've been talking about FTP paths. I showed you a lot of examples to make sure you get it right so you understand what you're doing there, I think. Okay, that should solve so many questions that you guys have. What I'm going to do in the next bit, I got some really cool concept stuff to show you. I'll do that in a separate recording. This is like troubleshooting and notes and things like that. So remember, I don't know if you can use info sites. Submitting sitemaps to Google, don't submit the HTML page. Submit the master-sitemap.txt pages. The main page of your website cannot redirect to another web page, even if you have the MOWG-sitemap.html link on it. Here's an example of coding to get the MOWG-sitemap.html link on your main page if you have your own already and you need to add that link. Okay, it's wrong for Google if the main page of your website redirects to another page. Never, never, never do that, or you discount every page on your website, on the first website that does the redirecting. Okay. All right, never auto redirect the main page of your website if you want the pages on that website to count. All right, URL breakdowns are here, moji-crew.com/URL-breakdown in case you need to rebuild the breakdown for your run. Got broken links? Then raise the file count and hit the process button again because it's got to fill in all the menu items, like at least twice. Just think that way. Broken images? Then don't use spaces, otherwise follow the path, look at the source code where the image should be and see where the properties are or where the view image info is and fix it. Don't forget to upload the MOWG-V4 files if you're putting runs on your own websites, okay? Because if you don't upload that thing, then you did not upload any images or CSS or templates to your own website. So how in the world can the pages look correct? They can't. They just look blank until that, well, they have print, but no images, no styles, until you upload that thing so it can fill all that in. Creating the front page is optional. Grab one of your own. As a matter of fact, there is a video on it directly, and that video on the MOWG tutorial, if you come down here, it says flatly, front page updates. It says making corrections easily in front page updates. If I hit that, this says create an index page for your new website. Perfect. That's what you need to see. It's using the old V1, V2 template, so don't just think V3, V4, but it's the same concept. It's an identical concept. Just take one of the pages you did for the run, rename it to index.html, and upload it to the root, and it just turned into your new front page. Okay, just by the act of doing that. Then, of course, check for broken images to figure out why it's not there and fix it. Okay, so far so good, and I think that covers all of that. Yeah, and then make sure that the link is visible to the MOWG sitemap. Okay, it's got to be a visible link. Can't be hidden. If somebody cannot see it, they cannot click on it. Google thinks that way. Google can tell if you hid the link. That link is not hidden. Google knows it. It can tell what the font size is. It can tell the width of the letters. It can tell that the color of the lettering does not match the coloring of the background. It can tell that it's highlighted in a way. It's got an underline. Something about it is different than normal print, which means it's okay to look like a link. All right, and it is a link. Your mouse changes to a pointing finger. It needs to. I've had guys defeat that so that they could take the look off and they would just look like a word. And even if you hovered over it, your mouse cursor didn't change. That's a no-no. Google notices that and says, hey, you're hiding a link. Can't hide links. You could before Penguin, but you can't now. Well, you could hide some before Penguin, but you can't now. All right, and that's really all you need to know. Okay, that's it for the troubleshooting stuff that I get so many questions about. I think that'll answer most all of them. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I'm going to do this other video on some really, really cool concepts. Neat stuff. Strategy stuff as opposed to troubleshooting. So now we get to talk strategy. How deep does a rabbit hole really go? Even with the V4, this stuff will start to apply. So you'll have some fun with that. All right, I'm going to break this troubleshooting one off, and then we'll get to the fun stuff. Now remember, the UAP V3 carries on from the V4. Basically goes over everything I just showed you. Okay, that's just troubleshooting because people are stopping with the V4 videos and then asking me questions about their own websites. All right. If you don't know FTP paths, if you don't know how to see your own broken images and stuff, then just keep watching more videos because you'll want to. Believe me, every video series you watch will geometrically expand your understanding of MOWG in such a way that you won't even believe what you can do with it. We're still talking about the kindergarten steps here with a V4 project just to get your feet wet. That's good, but don't skip skip first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade stuff. Don't ignore all that, thinking that somehow you learned it all on the V4. You didn't. It's like 5% of the power of the MOWG system is in that V4 and the V3. Really. All right. Enough said. I'm going to break off this and get ready for the really cool video series. Okay. Bye.